The masterclass began as a means just of recording choreography, and it took over from those initial exercise movement diagrams that we had people slaving away creating in 1980. And in the early 80s there were very few people. It even had video players. Some of the clubs would put them in for their teachers to learn choreography from, and it was a wonderful new technology that enabled teachers to learn their choreography. But we've put it to a different use now. We've really taken it from just a means of recording choreography to being a means of role modeling that perfection in teaching technique.
No one else in the fitness industry would believe and be able to do what these guys do. It is a really big thing for a fitness professional to make a DVD. And these guys make 4 DVDs a year, and most of them have been doing it for a decade or more. The program directors make up the programs. They are constantly in a cycle of creation and performance. The whole process takes 3 months. The first job is to search for music and then to create choreography or workouts that is completely aligned to the music. So most of them listen to about 2,000 songs to come up with the 10 or 12 that they use in their classes.
So those songs are chosen. They go upstairs to music licensing. We've got music relationships with every music company in the world, all of the majors and hundreds of minor record companies. Normally we're successful in licensing maybe 2/3 of it. There might be a third of it that for one reason or another, we can't get the license for that song. We then will do either a remake of that song, or we will create a Les Mills original song to fill the space. When you do a remake of a song, that involves up to 100 different instrumental and vocal parts that then have to be briefed out to New Zealand musicians. We're the biggest employer of New Zealand musicians. Have to be briefed out to musicians, learnt and rehearsed for several weeks. An incredible amount of work, just in that little space.
And then they spend about 8 to 10 weeks refining the moves to the music so they match as well as they can in the genre of exercise that they're working in.
Masterclass filming is kind of game on day after a whole lot of preparation and rehearsal beforehand. About 4:30 is when all the OB trucks come in. We have 2 OB trucks come in. One is the huge HD truck worth millions. It's used for all the huge live sporting events in New Zealand, so we're really lucky to get it.
Filming day is usually a 4 o'clock alarm in the morning, which is hideous. Nothing should be done at that time of day. I jump in the shower and I'm starting to think about the fact that this is actually the day that I'm going to cement this workout that's going to be sent around the world to thousands of instructors. And then the magic starts. That's when the hair and the makeup starts, and they just transform me from being plain Rach into super Rach.
It takes them about 2 hours to rig in to the studio. The crew that we've got, which is amazing, have been doing masterclass for quite some time now, and they've got it down to a fine art.
Everybody gets nervous, and that's why we spend a week rehearsing to make sure that when it's lights, action, camera, the nerves come secondary to the flow of what we do.
There's so much riding on it, and it's over and done in an hour, and it takes 3 months to get prepared, and you just get the one chance.
So my day starts at about 6 a.m. I get into the truck with Wayne Leonard, and we're on the constant lookout all day for the perfect technique.
We've got some amazing people working the show. Wayne Leonard, who is the director for Masterclass, is an exceptional live television director who's had a huge career and has been working with Les Mills for many, many years, and he brings an awful lot to the plate.
Two, and you go, 1, and cue them.
A very good morning to you. Good morning. And a very good morning to you.
from 7 a.m. It's just go. We treat masterclass like a live event. Basically at 7 we shoot one, at 8:30 we shoot one, then at 10 we shoot one, and it kind of continues on.
So we try and do the filming as a one take, so run the class as a pure experience, because this makes it good for the people who have come for the filming class, but it also maintains the energy and the enthusiasm through the camera for the instructors at home.
It's live, it's real, it's completely capturing an event, a moment.
I sit next to our executive producer and we watch the whole filming process, and we're just making sure that everything is running really smoothly and that the product ends up as good as it could be.
Myself sitting next to the director, we're just really trying to make sure that they're technically accurate, so when an instructor gets that kit at home, they can see the perfect example of teaching that exercise. They have to be pretty much perfect in their technique. They also have to deliver all these cues so that the instructor at home gets the ability to replicate that when they go out to their classes. So there's huge pressure on them technically to get the exercises right, and from a coaching perspective to get and nail their cues so that they provide the perfect example of how to teach that track.
To create an experience that is unique, we've spent a long time developing formulas around each class. And it sounds ridiculous, it can sound ridiculously precise, but we have, for example, we have certain beats per minute ranges that every single track of every single class works to.
Les Mills is an inspirational brand, and I think that therefore means that masterclass filming needs to be inspirational as well. You know, the product that Les Mills puts out needs to be representative of what Les Mills is, and I think masterclass does that really well. You know, it's a huge production. It's, you know, it's lights, cameras, it's a vid wall, it's amazing. And I hope that when the instructors get their kits, they're really excited to get them, and you know, and we step it up every time.
Hi everybody! Thanks you guys, have a great day.
You reckon, boys?
As soon as the producer and director say that's a wrap, we literally go straight back to the office and we, you know, get the beanbags out and we sit down and we watch the live line cut, which is essentially what the director was cutting, to make sure that what we've done and we've created is coming through the media of the television.
When somebody says to me in a club chain, oh, we're thinking about hiring somebody to do this for ourselves, I'm thinking, you know, you have no idea what's involved in this. It's a machine that, you know, that is bewildering to me, the size and the scale of it, and how it has been possible to build a system and the processes that enable us to keep on doing this over and over again, every 3 months forever. To sit there in the OB van, or to sit there live in the classroom behind the panel of TVs that we have that we look at in the classroom, that's an incredible experience. And you know, I do feel there's not many times, I guess, I'm too busy to feel pride most of the time in my life, but that's the one time, you know, every quarter that I feel incredibly proud. And I guess when I'm out there in a big workshop, a big quarterly workshop somewhere around the world with hundreds or thousands of teachers, and I'm seeing, you know, these great teachers from whatever country that I'm in up there delivering that stuff, again, that's a moment of incredible pride for me.